Another year has come and passed, which means the release of over 100 new animes this past year. Every year brings about a wide variety of shows, so you're pretty much guaranteed to find something that suits your taste. 2017 was no different, with excellent releases in just about any genre, such as comedy, drama, slice of life, and even shonen. Today I'm going to be awarding the Anime of the Year for different genre categories. The genre categories I will go over are comedy, action, drama, slice of life, romance, and adventure fantasy. For each genre, I'll be nominating 4 anime that released this past year that I deem worthy for the Anime of the Year for that genre. To be nominated, the anime must have aired this year, and I must have seen the show. Also, the same show cannot be nominated for 2 different categories, and I decided on this rule to make sure I recognize many different shows that aired this year, instead of talking just about a handful. In the end, I will look at the winners for each genre category, and then pick the one that I consider to be Anime of the Year. With that being said, let's begin the awards with the comedy category. Comedy shows are meant to bring laughter and smiles onto your face. If you're having a bad day, these shows can help lift up your mood and turn your day around. Each season this past year had at least one great comedy show, so narrowing down the shows down to 4 was really difficult for me. With that being said, here are the nominations for the best comedies of 2017. Number 1, Konosuba Season 2. Number 2, Imoto Sai Iribe. Number 3, Aho Girl. Number 4, Gintama Season 6. And the winner is Konosuba Season 2. What made Konosuba Season 2 the winner of this award is the consistency and overall great time I had with this show. Continuing right where Season 1 left off, the second season of Konosuba continued to deliver on the jokes and laughter. A big reason why it did so is because of the excellent characters and how they interact with each other. This group of 4 lovable idiots provided me with some of the most hilarious moments and scenes from this past year. I would like to shout out Gintama though, as it's one of my top 5 overall favorite anime, but I felt as though Gintama Pori Hen, which is the 6th season, was a bit inconsistent compared to the previous comedy seasons. The next category may very well be considered the opposite of comedy, which is drama. These types of shows usually involve a conflict force coming from a character or situation. These shows are meant to keep you on the edge of your seat and can be mentally exhausting to watch. The following nominations are shows that grabbed my interest and gave me a sense of edge and tension. Number 1, Welcome to the Ballroom. Number 2, Shogun Rakugo Shinju Season 2. Number 3, Three Gatsu no Lion Season 1 and 2. Number 4, Owori Monogatari Second Season. And the winner is Three Gatsu no Lion Season 1 and 2. This was the hardest category for me to choose a winner. Three Gatsu no Lion, Shogun Rakugo Shinju Season 2, and Owari Monogatari are not only some of my personal favorite dramas in the past year, but also of all time. I decided to give this award to Three Gatsu no Lion though, because the drama and story of the show touched me deeply and are something I and many other people can relate to. The story focuses on many interesting issues such as depression, bullying, difficult living situations, having friends with life-threatening illnesses, and many more. Thrigatsu no Lion is able to use these dramatic issues in its story nearly perfectly. These internal and external conflicts among characters can create some of the most heartbreaking and heart-racing scenes I've seen in this past year, and I will be sure to remember these for a long time. Speaking of heart racing, the next category always has the purpose of doing so, but goes about doing so in a different manner. Sometimes you just want to watch something that gets your blood pumping. Action shows are meant to do exactly that. They usually include some amazing fight scenes coupled with cool looking animation. This past year had so many options to choose from, but here are my 4 nominations. Number 1, Boku no Hero Academia Season 2. Number 2, Inuyashiki. Number 3, Kekai Sensen and Beyond. Number 4, Attack on Titan Season 2. And the winner is Boku no Hero Academia Season 2. Boku no Hero Academia Season 2 consisted of a fantastic tournament arc, an action-filled training arc, followed by another action arc where the students faced off against their teachers. There were so many great fights throughout the season, from Todoroki to Deku, Bakugo vs. Uraraka, to Stain vs. Students. This season kept the hype levels off the charts for me. The amazing fights coupled with great animation and an improved story when compared to the first season set Boku no Hero Academia Season 2 well above the other action shows that aired this past year, and is why I awarded it Action Show of the Year. After all that energy, it's good to cool off with shows from the next category. Slice of life shows are meant to make you feel relaxed, happy, and soothed rather than blood boiled and excited. They are usually easy watches, meaning that you don't have to intently watch and know every single detail that's going on in the show. The following nominations are the 4 shows that I watched who did a great job of putting me in a relaxed mood. Number 1, Sakura Quest. Number 2, New Game Season 2. Number 3, Himoto Umaro-chan R. Number 4, Kobayashi-san Chin no Maid Dragon. And the winner is New Game Season 2. This was another category that was fairly difficult for me to decide a winner on. All of these shows did a great job of cheering me up and were relaxing to watch after a long day of work. I ended up giving New Game Season 2 ultimately due to the fact that on top of great characters and a relaxing atmosphere, I greatly enjoyed the story progression the show provided. The story followed Eagle Jump and their cute girl employees working on making a new game franchise. This created competition and conflicts between the characters as their ideas and concepts clashed with each other for the new franchise, but it never really interrupted from the feeling slice of life shows provide. There was plenty of cute girls doing cute things and funny moments in the show that made it the slice of life anime of the year for me. The next category is very similar to the slice of life genre, except they also have the dynamic of focusing on the romance between characters. The romantic relationships between characters can be used to portray similar feelings that slice of life shows exhibit, but can also go down a more serious route. Either way, the romantic relationships are what really drive these shows, and the nominations did a good job of making me care about the relationships between the characters. Number 1, Zero Children. Number 2, Gamers. Number 3, Scum's Wish. Number 4, Saikano Season 2. And the winner is Zero Children. Zero Children follows multiple high school relationships. The romance in the show is mainly comedic focused, and strong characters help the show consistently hit the mark. Each relationship brings about a different situation and characters' personalities, which leads to a wide variety in the show. With this variety, the show is able to try out and experiment with its romantic relationship scenarios, and it helps keeps the show feeling fresh. This ability to remain fresh, strong characters, and all-around cute relationships is the reason why I chose Zero Children to be my romance anime of the year. The final category is adventure and fantasy. This category could be broken up into an adventure category and a fantasy category, but I decided to combine them into one category because they share many similar elements. These shows have a mythical world that makes me want to beg in order to know more about. They are the type of shows where the end goal isn't what's important, it's the journey to the end. With that being said, these four nominations did an excellent job making me feel interested in the world and the character's journey. Number 1, Little Witch Academia. Number 2, The Ancient Magus Bride. Number 3, Hoseki no Kuni. Number 4, Made in Abyss. And the winner is Made in Abyss. To me, Made in Abyss was on a clear level above the rest. The outstanding atmosphere and world was set up expertly since the very first episode of the show. A deep abyss full of mysterious creatures and relics to explore and uncover makes it a perfect adventure story if done correctly. Luckily, Made in Abyss is able to deliver on that premise. Seeing our adventures explore the different layers of the abyss and encountering the different creatures and environment makes it a fascinating adventure I was glad to witness. Now that we have all the genre winners, it's time to rank the winners and determine what was the best anime of 2017. As a quick recap, we had Konosuba Season 2 winning comedy, Three Gatsu no Lion winning drama, Boku no Hero Academia Season 2 winning action, New Game Season 2 winning slice of life, Suizure Children winning romance, and Made in Abyss winning adventure fantasy. The order in which I rank the genre winners does not necessarily mean that that specific order are my exact top 6 favorite anime from this past year. There are shows in categories that did not win that I do think are better than shows that won a genre category. With that being said, here's my rankings. Coming in at number 6, we have New Game Season 2. At number 5, we have Zero Zero Children. Number 4, we have Boku no Hero Academia Season 2. At number 3 is Konosuba Season 2. The runner-up is Made in Abyss. And the overall winner of Best Anime of 2017 is Three Gatsu no Lion. I had a very hard time choosing between Three Gatsu no Lion and Made in Abyss for my anime of the year. These two shows I had to choose from were a solid tier above the other four candidates. However, Three Gatsu no Lion was able to claim that top spot due to its outstanding use of symbolic visuals, outstanding characters, and some of the best storytelling I've ever seen. Personally, the art and visuals, which is done by Chef, of the show are some of the best I've ever seen. The overall look of the show is beautiful, but what really stands out is how they use the visuals and Chef's unique art style to portray characters' internal emotions and feelings. An example is when Rei is in a shogi match against Shimada. The show uses a blank white background with just the two characters and the shogi board to demonstrate that the characters are fully focused on the match at hand and nothing else matters at that particular time. As the match progresses, tidal waves start to appear and hit Rei, and the more Rei starts to realize how much stronger Shimada is, the stronger and more violent the waves become. The only show on the list that comes close to the visual aspect of Three Gatsu no Line was Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss did have some of the best visuals in the entire year, from the gorgeous world and background art to that one scene in episode 10. But Three Gatsu no Line takes the cake because of the use of striking visuals showing a character's internal emotions. With the help of those visuals, Rigatsu no Line is able to create some of the most interesting and deep characters in any anime in this decade. Pretty much every character, even minor and supporting characters, are given screen time to be fleshed out, and that's something rarely seen in anime today. An example of this is in the Newcomer King tournament, One of the opponents Ray faces is given over half an episode of backstory and internal monologues to give the watchers the time to care and get a sense of depth for the character. This is all done even after the person loses and we've yet to see him again. The Rigatsu no Line consistently gives details and development to the major characters too, but I'll save that analysis for another video. This level of detail and depth given to pretty much all the characters makes you truly care for them and further raises the enjoyment for the series. Sure, given its episode count 35 and counting, you can say that the airtime is the reason the show can flesh out all those side characters, but they just do it so well that it's so much more than just the total airtime of the show and you have to give them credit. The characters built by the show help the audience invest even more into an already well-written story. I've already touched on the narrative when awarding Three Gatsu no Lion with Drama of the Year, so I won't repeat myself. I will give credit though to Main Abyss, since its story and world are on the same level, if not better than Three Gatsu no Lion. Overall, through striking and symbolic visuals, deep and well-written characters, and using those characters to support the show's already absorbing story, is the reason why I chose Three Gatsu no Lion as Anime of the Year. Three Gatsu no Lion has already earned a spot on my top 10 anime list, and will be a show I will remember for years to come. So that concludes my 2017 Anime Awards. I thank you all for watching, and I look forward to what 2018 brings us.